What if instead of being a leader that's tough and pushes through, you were actually uniquely created to lead using your sensitivity, because you have the ability to pick up on things that others miss, that others overlook or are not paying attention to? What if you were uniquely designed for that task? That's what we're talking about today when we're talking about safeguarding your sensitivity, because your sensitivity is actually your superpower in leadership. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield. This is your Business Energy Flow Forecast, and this is all about helping impact-driven entrepreneurs and leaders like you get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business. I help impact-driven leaders like you increase your performance by increasing your energy levels, right? So that you make more income and impact. So with that, as we go into this forecast, please remember that this is designed for you to start your day off during the week, right? If you want to bookmark it so that you go through the reading with me each day, right? And that you say the affirmations with me each day so that you set your mind right. You cast your mindset before you go into the day. That's why I call it a flow forecast. With that being said, the message is all about you owning how you lead uniquely. So there's so much information out there about being tough, being hard, hustling, right? Powering through, suck it up, buttercup, right? Or being stern and authoritarian in order to get people's respect. But there is another way to lead, and that is through being so powerful at listening that you help the group recalibrate and find their way forward. And over the next series of our forecasts, I'm going to be talking more about sensing and being the sensor. And I'm going to be bringing in sensing technology, right? Neurological studies, AI advancements in sensor technology to help us understand the value of sensitivity. Because there are so many opportunities to take a pill, to take a puff, to take a sip of something that numbs us and dumbs us down. But you were built differently. I don't know who I'm speaking to, and I don't know why I was called to speak on this, but my spirit guides are compelling me to tell you that the key to you staying on track today, especially, is safeguarding your sensitivity. Don't numb and dumb down yourself. We talked all about that last month. You could go back through the previous forecasts if you want to hear more about how important it is for you to be clear, to be sober, to be clean, to live a bright and open life. And what we're moving into in this particular series, right, is talking about you as the sensor, valuing your sensitivity because you're going to pick up on things that others won't. And as always, to support this overarching message, we turn first to history, then to science, and then of course to spirit, right? Ending with an action step of the day. So let's get to it. History, we are going with, as always, Think and Grow Rich, continuing the book study. And the chapter that I was drawn to for this portion of our journey is the chapter on decision. The more you tap into your natural sensitivities, the things that you are picking up on that others may not be picking up on, right? The more you become decisive, the more that you are able to perceive what is the right way forward for you. The same way that the sensors of your car pick up on there's another car entering your field. And so you, as the unique driver of that vehicle, need to adjust the unique steering wheel of that automobile. You have to do that for your path so that you get to your destination safely. And so this is all about embracing and understanding your sensitivity as part of you developing being decisive. Because listen, one of the biggest things that I hear over the last 14 years here at my dojo mansion is that leaders are indecisive. That's what they're coming to me for. They want a clearing. They want some clarity. They need the tarot. They need the vision journey. They need the Reiki. They need the massage. They need the strategy session. They need this VIP day. They need all of this stuff, right? The private coaching. They need the things I provide so that they can be more decisive. They're suffering from indecision. Is that you? Are you feeling stuck in indecision? This is actually a real question of how open you are to embracing your sensitivity. But I digress. We're going to get into this over the next few messages. But let's begin. The first quote is coming from the chapter on decision in my copy. This copy of Think and Grow Rich, it's chapter 8. Everybody's copy is different. And here is the quote from Napoleon Hill on this. Tips on making your own decisions. The majority of people who fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are generally easily influenced by the opinions of others. They permit the newspapers and the gossiping neighbors to do their thinking for them. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. If you are influenced by opinions, when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking, much less in that of transmuting your own desire into money. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, you will have no desire of your own. Keep your own counsel when you begin to put into practice the principles described here by reaching your own decisions and following them. Take no one into your confidence except the members of your mastermind group, and be very sure in your selection of this group that you choose only those who will be in complete sympathy and harmony with your purpose. Close friends and relatives, while not meaning to do so, often handicap one through opinions and sometimes through ridicule, right? Criticism, hello, which is meant to be humorous. Thousands of men and women carry inferiority complexes, imposter syndrome, with them all through life because some well-meaning but ignorant person destroyed their confidence through opinions or ridicule. You have a brain and mind of your own. Use it and reach your own decisions. If you need facts or information from other people to enable you to reach decisions, as you probably will in many instances, acquire these facts or secure the information you need quietly without disclosing your purpose. Let's tie this back to safeguarding your sensitivity. Opinions are like a hole. Everybody has one. Everybody has one. And everybody thinks they're right. And that's fine. You think you're right. I think I'm right. I'm right for me. You are right for you. They are right for them. Don't get lost in the options overload. When you are trying to safeguard your sensitivity, sometimes it's necessary to go on an information diet, right? Where you kind of step back and stop taking in so many people's opinions so that you can be the visionary, that you can see the way forward for yourself. Shout out to you if you've gone to the store and gotten your #visionary hat, right? We have these in the trucker hat style as well as the baseball cap. Continuing, you have got to make sure that you heed your own counsels, what Napoleon Hill was saying. Listen with yourself. Go within. Safeguard your sensitivity. Respect what's coming up in your neck of the woods, as opposed to what they say on Instagram, what they say on LinkedIn, what they said in that book, what they said on that stage, yada, yada, yada. Your sensitivity means you have access to the raw data in your situation. That means no one's a bigger authority on you than you. So stop acting like you're an imposter and all this types of stuff. I digress, though. That's what history has to say around safeguarding your sensitivity. Let's continue, though, and head on over to science. So this is an article written by the makers of Heyday, which is a form of AI that helps you take all of your documents, digital and physical, and categorize them, make them searchable. So the article is Information Overload. How much information we consumed, and this is back in 2022. And this is written by Josh Chapman for Heyday AI. According to our recent study, the average person consumes 4 articles, 8,200 words, and 226 messages daily. Modern knowledge workers are expected to read articles, research statistics, and draft messages constantly. However, this non-stop stream of data and information has its toll. Just as the amount of data we need to process has gone up, so too have cases of what's called information overload. Like, this is an information management app and AI, and they're reporting on information overload. Oh, it gets better. Right? This condition is caused by our brain trying to consume and process too much data, which leads to low mental energy and stress. The effects of information overload range from mood swings to indecisiveness and can affect mental, emotional, and physical well-being. How much information did we consume from desktop browsers in 2022, according to their research? Okay. 1,968,000 words were read on our browsers, assuming an average reading speed of 250 words per minute. That means we spent nearly 11 hours a month reading that year. Okay, so that's 30 minutes every workday. So 8,200 words, or roughly 30 minutes every workday spent reading on your browser. Well, I don't know about 30 minutes a day. Interesting. Okay. We looked at 1,596 articles and fully read only 300 of them. In other words, we're only actually reading 1 out of every 5 article we click on. The stat also suggests that we aren't always finding what we want, and we don't have the time to read most articles properly. Most people don't really read articles. Instead, they skim through them looking for important headers and keywords. According to one study, this practice leads to lower comprehension levels than regular reading. We received 6,852 Slack messages that year, 26 Slack messages a day per workday, right? So it doesn't include emails, text messages, face-to-face chats. Nope. When we weren't just receiving Slack messages, on average, people sent around 184 Slack messages a month. It shows that companies at the organizational level do more to tamp down the excessive messaging and data sharing. It's also a warning of the inherent dangers of the 24-hour messaging expectation, slowly wearing down workers who need mental breaks from work. Okay, pause. Why are we going through these numbers? This is outlining why you need to safeguard your sensitivity. Look at how much crap is coming at you from outside. And this is just work related. Continuing, unpause. We visited 9,888 pages and did 3,528 searches. So that's around 27 a day, every day, right? Page views. So an additional 10 daily searches, right? Paired with the statistic above, it also tells us something about viewing habits. We do 10 searches a day on our browsers, but don't even read a whole article once a day. Again, this points to people rushing through sources, looking for specific facts or opinions, and then dashing off to the next thing in their data queue. We spent 540 hours on documents. There are roughly 260 work days a year. So with that figure, on average, we're spending 2 hours a day viewing, creating, editing documents. So just as a ballpark to give you an idea of how long it takes, it's 2 times more than the average person spends cooking, is being on documents. 5 times more for men and 8.5 times more for women exercising we spend on documents. And about the same average American spends on shopping and housework every day we spend in documents. Your sensitivity, your energy is being pulled in multiple different directions. So what are the effects? What are the consequences of information overload? One is poor data retention. So let's say you're taking in a ton of information. You're not going to retain it all, let alone make it relevant to you. Secondly, low mental energy. Your brain is like a muscle. It needs exercise to stay healthy, but too much exercise leads to long-term pain and injury. Many people experiencing low mental energy and information overload will feel emotionally drained or volatile, more likely to indulge in negative habits, unmotivated and unable to focus, increasingly stressed. So another problem with information overload is decreased productivity. The problem stems from people having too much information to process. Ideally, they want to understand all the data before they make the big decision. However, with new data and opinions, like Napoleon Hill talking about everyone has an opinion, just like a what? Being published all the time, these decisions constantly get pushed back as workers try to keep up with the data flow. Decreased decision making might be a small hurdle if only one person is affected, but many modern workers experience information overload as seen as our research. If torrents of data are hurting everyone's decision making, you're bound to face a huge company-wide productivity problem. Tying this back to safeguarding your sensitivity. It's hard to be decisive when you keep taking in tons and tons and tons and tons of crap. Scrolling through all of the YouTubes, all of the TikToks, all of the Instagrams, all of the LinkedIns, all of the articles, scrolling, right? It's hard for you to connect to how you feel, what's going on in your neck of the woods, your business, your family, your body, if you're constantly taking in data. If you have a problem with indecisiveness knocking you off track, it may be because you are not policing the information flow, the data flow into your mind. You are not indecisive. You are just bad at having information boundaries. This is what I'm hearing to tell you. But okay, last but not least, let's head on over to spirit. What do we need to know right now? The tarot card of the day is life experience. Life experience, number 16, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. You drew this card because a recent event has been a wake-up call for you to make some life changes. This may be a new revelation or something you've known about, have been procrastinating about. Now you've realized this situation can't be ignored and action is necessary. This is a moment both of freedom and awakening. The way you see yourself in the world has forever changed, bringing you growth and encouraging you to spread your wings. Allow these new insights to motivate you to embrace the path of your heart's true desires and your intuition. So here's the thing. This card is right side up, so that means you already know something major is happening in your life right now. Maybe your kids are graduating. Maybe your body's going through changes. Maybe your family member is having a challenge. Maybe there's a shift or a change in the team, right? Or in the flow of leads to and through your business. Maybe you need to move banks like yours truly had to do for the first time in 14 years a couple months ago. It was crazy. There's a major life event going on. Maybe you're getting married, right? Or having a baby, right? Or putting someone into the earth and saying goodbye. You need to be present to what's going on in your neck of the woods. Number 7, right? 1 + 6. 1 is you as an individual. 6 is about expansion. 7, 1 + 6 is 7. 7 is about learning and research, curiosity. Become renewed in your curiosity about what's going on in your neck of the woods to safeguard your sensitivity. You won't value what's going on with you until you decide to care about what's going on with you. You know, people who say they're indecisive don't realize that you saying you are indecisive is a decision to be indecisive. And that decision leads to you being repeatedly knocked off being able to stay on track over and over and over again because you decided that you're indecisive. You decided that you're not successful. You decided that things are falling apart and never work out for you. You decided that you're overwhelmed. Make a new decision today to say, I am a decisive person. I'm clear. I know what matters to me. This is what it is. And say it loud and clear. In order to support you in doing that, the action step of the day is, as always, doing a strategic meditation, right? Because that's your ready aim before you fire, your recalibration, your reset, so that you're able to take massive action with massive energy. And so the strategic meditation of the day is Golden Pillar of Protection Meditation. You're going to log into the Skool app. You're going to type that in the search bar, Golden Pillar of Protection Meditation. It's under the Love and Protection category in our vault. The runtime's only 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute meditation, right? So do that and feel the power of that golden pillar protecting you and putting a spotlight on what's important to you. The meditation is going to reveal that to you as you go within, you get that clarity. So do your strategic meditation of the day. Those of you, by the way, I keep getting like feedback from our school members saying, thank you for what's the meditation of the day. And for those of you who haven't hopped on Skool yet, the link is in the description of this video, right? Or inside of this newsletter, wherever you got it. Click through, hop on Skool, join in. Now, you may be coming to the end of today's message and feeling inspired and pumped up, but wondering for you uniquely, what's the right next step, right? You want to take things to the next level. You want to have a purpose-driven business that is guided and protected by your natural intuition, to feel that core strength and confidence coming from the inside. If that's you, then I want to support you in doing that. Go ahead and get your free compass calibration meditation at claimyourcompass.com or text the word compass to 66866. So this is all about you connecting to your inner compass, your core, where you can navigate and find your true north at. This is about you hitting that reset button and connecting to your inner compass. When you do that, you'll also get a free ticket to come to the next strategic meditation as my guest. So go ahead, go to claimyourcompass.com, and we will see you at the next strategic meditation so that you can get in on this. So I'm sending you so much love. Now you know what's the right next step. Remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. Mwah! See you next time.